Godzilla, the walking nuclear reactor bursting with radiation. He's been known as the king of the monsters and kaiju killer, all since his inception in 1954. He's faced other titans, giant robots, aliens, and everything mankind can throw at him, and has defeated them all. But with the launch of Halo Infinite, we wondered, could Godzilla destroy a Halo ring? We're going to take a look at the sheer power of Godzilla's atomic blast and how hot it can get, and how much explosive power would be needed to obliterate a Halo installation. So let's find out if Godzilla could destroy a Halo ring. I'm Alistair, and welcome to DangerVille. Welcome back. We all know about Godzilla, created in 1954 as a reaction to the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It personifies nuclear warfare and demonstrates what victims of those attacks had to go through. Godzilla embodies that massive power as a slow-moving titan who can barely even contain his own energy, bursting with atomic breath, leaving entire cities shrouded in fire and smoke. Throughout the years, he's varied in representation, sometimes being a villain and sometimes a hero. But one thing is consistent, and that's his immense power. So let's place him in a completely different universe, somewhere where he stands out less as an immensely powerful being, the Halo universe. In this universe, warring factions face each other on a daily basis. The UNSC, the United Nations Space Command, the military, exploratory, and scientific agency of the United Earth government, standing as the best humanity has to offer in its venture into space. With hulking warships, the largest being the UNSC Infinity, standing at a whopping 5.7 kilometers long. But even more advanced are the religiously extremist Covenant Empire, a collection of multiple alien species with one unified goal: to activate the rings and commence the great journey, transitioning to their afterlife. The Covenant are far more advanced than the UNSC, utilizing plasma in their weaponry, with faster and more durable ships. But their more violent tactics can often lead to their demise against UNSC's more precise militaristic tactics. But both of these fear the Flood, a parasitic life form that consumes any organic matter it touches, growing and spreading across the galaxy. Their existence is the entire reason the Halo rings exist, since it was the only way the Forerunners could deal with the infestation. But who are the Forerunners? Well, they are a highly advanced race that populated the Milky Way over 150,000 years ago. They created monolithic structures that have stood the test of time, with some installations constructed to a planetary scale. The Ark, an installation that builds the rings, and entirely artificial planets called shield worlds. Their civilization fell in 97,445 BCE when they activated the Halo rings to destroy the Flood infestation, but in turn sacrificed themselves as the rings destroy all organic life within a range of 25,000 light-years. So there's a basic overview of the Halo series and its factions. Let's imagine what would happen if Godzilla was plopped directly onto a Halo array. What would happen? Well, Godzilla would start off extremely confused. This isn't his home. He'd look up to see the world was wrapping around itself, a sight that's beautiful, yet all the more perplexing. On the ring live a variety of life forms, dwarfed by the sheer scale of Godzilla. But not only organic matter, artificial too. Sentinels created by the Forerunners to take care of the ring long after they were gone, equipped with particle beam weaponry to attack anything that may pose a threat to the ring. They observe the new visitor carefully, scrutinizing whether he's a friend or foe. Godzilla has been abducted by aliens in past lives, and on this instance, he fully believes he's been taken by the enemy. So he charges his atomic breath to full capacity, energy flowing from the tip of his tail right to his skull, and fires directly at the ring. focusing his energy on the ground below him. The layer of dirt and forest terrain is thrown into the atmosphere due to the sheer force of the blast. Thanks to an official guidebook, we can confirm that Godzilla's atomic breath can reach temperatures of 500,000 degrees Celsius, high enough to slice buildings in half instantly and even burn a hole to the center of the Earth. But is it enough to burn through the Forerunner metal? The melting point of Forerunner metal is currently unknown. What the Forerunner metal even is mostly a mystery, but we do know it's partially made with hard light. Thanks to Halo Wars 2, we've observed a banished assault carrier's cleansing beam, which utilizes plasma, burn through the Forerunner metal. Plasma reaches temperatures of a whopping 3,000 degrees Celsius, but Godzilla's atomic breath is quite a lot hotter than that. Currently, the strongest metal in the known universe is tungsten, which has a melting point of 3,422 degrees Celsius, but it's hard to work with due to being brittle. So this is potentially why hardlight tech is used to make it more stable, which sacrifices some of the strength for stability. So based on these measurements, Godzilla's atomic breath should be able to burn through the Forerunner metal as if it were paper. Godzilla's atomic breath plunges into the depths of the ring, layer after layer, blue flame filling the void. But Godzilla will be met with opposition from the ring's defenses. Sentinels, built with only one purpose: serve the Forerunners in protecting the ring. They rise up and swarm around Godzilla, firing everything they had. But to Godzilla, they are nothing but a nuisance, no different to how we'd react to flies. Godzilla swats them out of the sky as they desperately attempt to stop him from destroying the installation. As a last resort, the ring is able to cut off segments of itself and fling it into space. The monitor in charge of the Halo array would have to resort to this before Godzilla was able to cut through to the other side of the ring. So it takes a kilometer section of the ring and lifts it into the void of space, stopping Godzilla's offenses in his tracks. The winner of this fight was the Halo array and its caretakers. That is, unless Godzilla decided to go thermonuclear, possible under strict circumstances in which Godzilla is overloaded with radiation. Godzilla can emit a devastating nuclear pulse, with each blast equating to more energy than that of a nuclear bomb. The closest comparison would probably be the Fat Man nuclear weapon, one of the very 1945 bombs that woke up the original Gojira. The fireball reached temperatures of over 1,000,000 degrees Celsius and was strong enough to destroy the city of Nagasaki. Now imagine that power happening over and over again. That's Godzilla's nuclear pulse. If Godzilla unleashed this attack, the sheer force would send ripples through the entirety of the ring. The Sentinels wouldn't have been able to react before they were vaporized. Pulse after pulse, the blast would turn the area of impact into dust, and the layer of metal below Godzilla's feet would melt, creating a weak point on the Halo, allowing the metal to buckle under the force of the explosion. The ring shaking and the foundations breaking away would cause it to shudder and break into several pieces. It's hard to know what would happen to Godzilla after his attack. Perhaps his own nuclear pulse destroyed his physical form, or perhaps he's out there, floating through space. It's a mystery. But to Godzilla's own territorial instincts, he's completed his task and destroyed his enemy's domain. So now he can rest in peace. So could Godzilla destroy a Halo ring? Yes, absolutely. His atomic breath is powerful enough to slice the ring in half. But the rings are protected, and they have the technology to stop his attack in its tracks. But if the Oracle responsible for protecting the ring was out of commission, then Godzilla would have completed his task with ease. Godzilla, while small compared to the sheer scale of the Halo installation, is a walking nuclear reactor ready to go, exploding with radioactive energy. And with his thermonuclear pulse, he could most likely take on anything in the Halo universe.
Yeah, that is until the Flood comes along and turns him into a 400-foot Floodzilla.
What? Hidden Xperia? How did you get in my house?
You left the back door open.
Okay. But while Godzilla is incredibly powerful, the Forerunners are so incredibly advanced and have dealt with creatures far more terrifying than the king of the monsters. Can you leave?
Fine.
He just launched himself out my window. Go check out his channel to make sure he's alright. What would you like to see faced against Godzilla next? The Flood? Warhammer? Starship Troopers? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then leave a like, because it helps us know what you want to see more of. Don't forget to subscribe and stomp the notification button to become a resident of DangerVille today. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.